So I just finished my shift at work. I work at a youth shelter in downtown Toronto. So my position there is called community support worker. So what that entails is meeting with the clients and connecting with the resources, whether it be employment resources, counseling resources, education, whatever it is. Sometimes I take them to their appointments, advocate them when possible, run day programming, it gives myself to do during the day, that kind of thing. It's two different dichotomies. It's very opposite things, right? There's one that's hyper aggressive and one where you got to be in touch with kind of your emotional side. I like to think I'm a pretty balanced human being, so it kind of evens the scales. During the day I work, at my lunch break I go to a local gym, I'll do conditioning, I'll do my weights, whatever, that kind of stuff, get that done. Work the rest of my shift, I'll get off shift, I'll go home. If I have time, I'll get something to eat. If not, I'll go straight to the gym, train for until I'm exhausted, and then go home, watch some Netflix, Game of Thrones, and after that, go to sleep and do it all over again the next day. I've said this in past interviews, I don't do a lot of research on my opponents. I have seen James fight before. I know he's a young guy, I know he's very good, I know he's going to be very aggressive. No, I don't think like I need specific game plans going into a fight. Give me a general idea and I'm just going to go and have fun. You know, I'm just going to compete and do what I do every single day.
Where do you see yourself having the advantages against him?
Everywhere, and that's not to be cocky. I think in the sport you got to believe in yourself and believe in your ability. Otherwise, what's the point of doing this? And I think I'm capable of being one of the best. I don't know if you could do this without having fun. You know what I mean? There's got to be some element of you enjoying it. Otherwise, God, this would be miserable. It'd be fucking miserable. Every day, the pain, the bumps, and the bruises, you gotta love it, or you're sadistic or masochistic. I guess there's a proper word for it.
Reverse magnet shot.
Could not be more excited. It's been about 2 years since my last fight, in a fight for an organization like BTC, not to blow smoke up their behind, but it's a prestigious organization. In the short period of time, they've already made a really good name for themselves, and to put a belt on the line only lights a fire into my ass, so I'm ready. I'm ready. See you there, man.
These bags don't even fit through here anymore. Welcome to my little gym apartment. So here I have like my gym bag, all my gear's in there, dirty laundry, take a sniff. So after I use my gear, if you want to be a good training partner, here's what you do. Nice and clean. It is not a disinfectant. It will not disinfect anything. It'll just make it more tolerable. So the best thing you can do for your gear is to actually let it hang dry, because you can't really like wash it. You know what I mean? It's not like you can, you know, put it in the dishwasher or something. Today it was like 9.5 kilometers. So we're at it up to 10K. Took me like just under 45 minutes today. Honestly, the only thing that really changes between when I'm in training camp and when I'm not in training camp is that I'm a little bit more, I have more time to do the things I want to do training wise and not the things that I have to do. Straight jiu-jitsu is kind of the first thing to go out of my like repertoire when I'm in camp, and that's, I'm most eager to get back to that. Like I'm not like looking forward to like wrestling after training camp's over. Like I'd rather just like, you know, get rolls in with people who I haven't trained with in a while, you know, because it just gets kind of monotonous in training camp, but it is what it is. It's good, like we're pretty much good to go for the wedding. Like we're pretty much got everything in order, and everything else that comes up, we'll just deal with it like as it comes. So it hasn't been too stressful, and then like once I get past this fight, I can kind of just focus a little bit more on it, but it hasn't been a big deal.
You allocate a bit more time to training instead of the wedding?
Right now, yeah. Just let my fiance deal with all that.
And as I walked by, there's a big puddle of blood with a fucking hammer in the middle of it. I was like, jeez.
That's our area. Yeah, it's
Yeah, no, man.
I tell my guys, like, whatever we worked, walking home, there's a good chance you're gonna get to try it.
Start drilling. Fuck yeah, no.
What's your hammer defense?
What's my hammer defense? Fucking run. Run, kicking the junk, you know? Pull hair, whatever I gotta do, man.
They give everybody their rounds, they help coach us, and yeah, and then they win fights. I mean, what order do you guys fight in?
I think I'm last.
Yeah? So Dave's gonna win last. I weigh almost 200 pounds and I've been pressuring these guys. Like, if there's no way a 45er is gonna be able to pressure these guys more than I can. And I don't think there's any illusions about their opponents. Like, they're not chumps, they're very talented fighters. But I think our guys are phenomenal. And I think they're gonna win, man. I think they got this.
I think what gives us an advantage as opposed to most gyms is how authentically MMA we are. And what I mean by that is, like I said, we are sparring MMA. We're not one of those, we do jiu-jitsu and we do Muay Thai, and therefore we're an MMA gym, right? Our guys are grinding against the fence like they are tonight. We're training most of their ground game with strikes from the get-go. So we really do kind of focus. I always tell my guys, even this is a jiu-jitsu class, but we're aiming it towards MMA, right? So we start to stay away from 2-to-1 grips right from the beginning, because although obviously that's a fundamental in jiu-jitsu, it gets you hurt in MMA. And now we're looking to their opponents and looking for strengths versus weaknesses where they match up well, areas we want to avoid. I think the lack of ego helps us too. Like, a lot of camps will look at a guy, we'll just blast through him. Come on, right? It's smart to look where they're strong and to either compensate or avoid that area, right? I've never liked to try to meet them where they're strong. You know, that tends to be cocky, right? I like to be a little more cerebral than that. So I think that gives us an advantage too.